Hi, this is BJ Hathaway here at Augusta Golf Instruction. So in this video we're going to take a look at Sergio. He is definitely one of the most popular players in the modern era. People look at and are really amazed by the lag that he creates, especially in the downswing. So we're going to look at a couple things that he does that may be a little different, but definitely things I think you can plug into your golf swing and learn from. So got two different views here. The one on the right is a little skewed, so we can't really look at swing plane very effectively, but let's take a look at his backswing. So he has a very one-piece type takeaway. Both arms stay pretty straight as he goes back, and the shoulders move along with that club and arms. And we'll see an interesting thing. He really doesn't fold his elbow, right elbow, until at least when his hands get about parallel to his waist. So then he'll start that gradual fold. And so really you could say this is about the top of his backswing. And we'll take a look here with the iron. Both of these were filmed last year at the Masters, so they're pretty current. You can notice with an iron he does set his hands a little ahead of the club at address, and then we'll see as he takes it back again, very little wrist set. Both arms are pretty straight, shoulders are working with the arms, and right about here that elbow will start to fold in. And again, not much wrist set compared to what we would consider standard. So there's the top of the swing with an iron. So here's what he does differently. There's one mechanical concept and one that's really more of a mental concept. So the mechanical concept is, if you watch his transition here, you'll notice his right elbow starts to drop really right before his hips start to initiate. So he blends that together from here on, and the right elbow is going to continue to drop. And then we can see a pretty good idea of that on the left. And as he does this, it looks like the club actually falls backwards, club head. So that's really a function of that right elbow just dropping almost vertically in his downswing. So he's really getting that thing tucked in, and you can see just the tremendous, what they call float in that club head. It actually floats backwards for a couple frames. So by the time he gets his hands are already past the ball, and there's impact with an iron. And there's driver. And Sergio's one of the few in the modern era who seem to deliver the club back on the shaft plane. So what he's really done is the drop of the arms, the hands, the right elbow are actually moving faster in the transition. The drop is happening faster than the turn. So that's how he's able to drop very near that shaft plane. Now the other concept that I think really works together with that is, like I said, it's more of a mental concept. As he moves into transition, there's no force being applied on the club head to push it outward. So there's no force being trying to manipulate the club head itself or to move the club head towards the ball, which would be more of this look, which is what people who cast do. So the concept mentally is you're not trying to move the club head, you're trying to move your hands and arms downward, and that's how he maintains that great lag look. So you accompany that with the hands and right elbow just dropping almost vertically. And that's really how he does accomplish that amazing look of so much lag. So our two keys at the top are going to be the feel like your right elbow just completely falls. Now here's another interesting thing. He's not tilting. He's not tilting his shoulders and his spine, severely over here. He stays pretty level in transition with his shoulders. So there's no massive tilt that some people like to think that needs to be done to get that elbow to drop. So you need some softness in your shoulders, softness in your arms, and you can practice that just in front of a mirror. Just go up to the top of your swing and feel like that right shoulder or the right elbow and the hands as a unit just fall without trying to tilt your spine severely to the right. And I think you can start to accomplish that similar look. But you also have to remember there's no force being applied to the club head. It's just leave the club head alone. It will always get there. If he can get the club head to the ball with all this lag, then certainly the rest of us don't have to put any force, radial force, trying to throw the club into the ball. You just have to trust it. If you keep moving the handle, the club head has to get there, and it will always get there at the right time. Okay? So there's a couple things to think about. If you have some questions, let me know, and thank you for watching.